everybody, I'm here to bring you another Disney update, Marvel bullshit, whatever. Alright, so it is Friday of the first week of October, and Ashoka has finished, and Loki has begun. Let me just say, I don't think it looks too good for Disney from this point of view. They have royally fucked themselves by pandering to certain niches instead of the bigger fan base at large, and also reeling in towards the political intersectional feminism agenda they're kind of bringing in with a lot of these shows. Remember, it's intersectional feminism. It's not just being woke or whatever, right? Get it right. Yeah. Dave Filoni was not the savior that everybody wanted Star Wars to be. And Loki Season 2 is not off to a great start. What does that mean for Disney? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's going to mean diminishing returns in subscriptions, and the faith in, their brand diminishes even further. I don't know if you knew this. Right now, Disney stock is less than $79 a piece. Right? It hasn't been that low since 2014. And it's going to dip lower and lower by the way they keep on behaving like this, right? And didn't Bob Iger said we're going to quiet the noise? Which just meant we're just going to be more secretive and quiet about actually pushing this stuff in your face, but we're still going to push it. So, I think they deserve it. What do I mean by that? Here is, I just put Ahsoka ratings because I don't trust Rotten Tomato to tell me it's a fucking an 88%. This looks to be more on point, right? The huge divisiveness of positive bombing, and then the ones, right? Now, these seem to be more akin to what the actual audience thinks, right? Look how few 3s and 4s there are and how many 2s there are. Whenever I'm looking at a rating system, if it gives me the ability to do so, I'm going to be looking at the average in the middle. Not so much the ones that are fucking absurd, right? So the like and dislike right there. If you look at these two right here, if you were to even that up, it would probably put itself around. Hey, you can't see the mouse. All right, right there. And let's go into these reviews that we see right here. Ahsoka, Dave Filoni's disaster. My expectations for this show were not very high to begin with. I wanted the show at the bare minimum to be watchable. This is the 7th attempt since the Rise of Skywalker to save Star Wars, Mando, Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, Andor, and then all these other shows. Now this. If Dave Filoni has the answer, this show ain't it. 15 minutes in, and they have ripped of Underground, Rogue One, and The Force Awakens, more like Star Wars, the plagiarism menace. Oh my god, this person went ham. Holy shit. To be fair, I didn't actually look at how long this review was, but this one's pretty in-depth for a 1-star. I actually really like it. The acting by the 3 main characters is incredibly lifeless, no emotion or any charisma to be found anywhere. The droid had more emotion, for Christ's sake. Writing is subpar at best. One fetch quest, another after another. Dialogue is childish. Ahsoka says probably 50 words in the first 2 episodes. Also, Ahsoka even the main character in her own show, just like Mando Season 3 and Obi-Wan? The established canon and lore completely ignored or twisted to fit Filoni's story. Yep. And the show moved at a snail's pace, slow walk to look at whatever or go in a place. Establishing shots take about 10 seconds too long. The dialogue and conversations are atrocious. Yeah, it gives you about like 5 minutes of breath space between when someone says something. Hi there, Sabine. How are you doing? It's just like, you don't need to be fucking taking that long to respond. Jesus Christ. We have about 30 minutes of plot stretched over 2 hours. Yep. And then the choreography of the fights is laughable, slow, and poorly executed. Sabine surviving a lightsaber stab was not a surprise, and honestly, it felt like they did not they did it on purpose after the Reva show. All right, so we get what they're saying, right? And that's just a taste of Disney Star Wars, right? Because they can do no wrong. They can do no wrong, and all these YouTubers putting explanations, new rock stars, screen rants, and all them stuff, trying to explain Star Wars. This is the best. Oh my God, we're back to Star Wars. We're back, guys. And it's just like, no, the fuck you're not, right? You are further in the ground than you've ever been, and all because you claimed Dave Filoni was your savior. He's not a savior. He's a fat pig who has no form of storytelling credibility, right? All he's fucking worked on is Star Wars. At least diversify your portfolio if you're gonna be claiming that, right? No. What has he worked on? At least you can say Jon Favreau has worked on a multitude of projects, from Iron Man to the Jungle Book to his own fucking movies. The one where he was a food truck worker or whatever, you know, he makes his own business, stuff like that, right? At least Jon Favreau has the portfolio for it and diversity. Dave Filoni ain't got shit. So now we move on to Loki season 2. Nah, it's a big rant, but I don't think the truck is ending anytime soon, and or sorry, the train ain't stopping anytime soon. And Variety, Loki puts plot over people in a less focused season 2. Now, I already read the article, so you don't have to. It surmises that the first episode that's supposed to hook us back into Loki, well, guess what? As soon as we get right back into it, we got to go into some hijinks, right? With jumping into the 1970s and then some other stuff. And before that, or I'm going to review the episode properly later, but quick recap. There already are obviously trying to chase after Sylvie after what happened. When Loki tells them, hey, blah, 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 this and this happened, you got to go. She, you know, pushed me out, whatever. So instead of us getting some more story, some stronger bonds between Mobius and Loki, well, we don't get that. No. You know what you want? You want the guy from Everything Everywhere All at Once. And then we go, yay, oh my God, we got an Academy Award winner, Oscar nominee, award winner. Like, I get it, this guy, phenomenal actor, does great. But this whole thing of, should I even say it? You know what? Spoilers for the rest of Loki. So if you watch past this point, I'm just gonna fucking ruin it for you, okay? I'm tired of the bullshit. Loki season 2 is going to be primarily focused on stopping Sylvie and future Sylvie. Yeah, you heard that right. Sylvie is going to have an older Sylvie to have to worry about. Just like how we saw Loki in that older Loki, but that older Loki was actually noble and stood up at the end. Well, guess what? It's not going to be the same thing. For Sylvie, she's the bad guy, so she's going to be the one who's we're trying to stop, right? And Sylvie is just basically hiding and other crap like that. Yeah, this ain't. You had a good hook for season 1, but for season 2, fuck no, dude, you ain't got no way. Look, I could even scroll and show you right here where they even pointed out. Right here. Even though via spoilery means Loki and Mobius do get to resume their buddy routine, there's less space for either their friendship or Loki's bond with Sylvie. When everyone is racing around for unclear reasons, Loki is still a good time, but despite the renewal, it may not have been built for a long one. You know what I mean? When you see lines like this, the fact that you don't get Mobius and Loki, like we were promised in the fucking advertising that, you know, it's gonna be more Mobius and Loki, even though we didn't get that from the first season, right? You maybe got like 2 full episodes of Loki and Mobius being buddy, and then boop, you know, it's Loki and Sylvie. So tell me, how are we getting back to the establishment, you know, established writing that we had, all this good stuff? Because at this point, you're fucking failing, Marvel, Disney, everything in between. Relying on star power from other people. You gotta bring in someone else, famous from Korea. And now, hoping that kind of reels you in and gets a few more extra viewership, right? I will not believe the numbers until we see them. They've claimed Ashoka viewership started at 14 million. Well, that has to be 14 million worldwide for the first episodes or whatever. I'm telling you, all the trickery and sly business moves that Disney wants to pull. If you've been to business school, you can see these tactics very clear as day. Disney doesn't want to look bad. Hey guys, guess what? We just hit a record high in some fake thing that they're making up, right? So make themselves look good, because you don't want to have bad publicity like that, saying that we're shit. But that's gonna be a short update for me for Disney. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Ace Shinigami signing out. Hopefully you have a good evening, good morning, and good day. Bye bye.